All right, joining us now, Alabama Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator, always great to have you on the program. Want to get your thoughts on this proposed budget. It's essentially, a Democrat wish list, if you will. These are things the Democrats have floated time and time again, and Congress has pushed back. Your thoughts on a corporate tax rate of 28%. Your thoughts on a tax of people making over $100 million a year, taxing capital gains that they haven't actually booked yet?
Well, first of all, this budget is a playbook for climate justice. How about a playbook for lowering inflation and lowering gas prices? I've never seen anything like this. We want to tax people before they even make money, run manufacturing out of the country, lose jobs. This is totally against the workers of this country. Plus, they want to say, okay, we're going to write a blank check, send it to the taxpayers, you sign it, and then we'll spend whatever we need to. That's not how this works. I mean, this is, as you said, a wish list for everything that the president wants and most about climate change.
Actually, when you look at this kind of a budget and consider the environment that we're in, the trillions of dollars that we've spent as a result of the pandemic and also to finance infrastructure and other Democrat projects moving forward, you say to yourself, we're dealing with a massive inflation problem, the worst we've dealt with in 40 years. How much more can people take?
We can't take much more. We need to drill, not tax. 36 different taxes and even more. They'll propose any kind of tax to raise more money, raise more revenue to spend when we don't need to spend it. Now's the time to be frugal. Now's the time to help the American people. Now's the time to try to lower taxes, try to get more jobs, try to get inflation down. We have to be energy independent. I know everybody's saying that, but until we do that, until the Democrats decide and understand that we have to be energy independent, inflation is going to keep rising.
You're absolutely right. And of course, we were energy independent. We've lost that status over the course of the last year. Senator, I want to take a look at you asking Americans how rising energy costs are affecting them.
You know, we're seeing record high gas prices at the pump, and they're affecting everyone from families to businesses. What do y'all think about these high gas prices?
It could be better.
What do you think about high gas prices?
They are killer, yes.
I think we ought to be energy independent.
Oh, totally.
What do you think about these high energy prices, high gas prices?
Not a fan ever. I'm a school teacher. I need every penny I can.
And they're not just dealing with rising energy costs, they're dealing with rising food costs too. This is crimping families' budgets across the country. People have told me essentially they're starting to make those choices. Do I fill up the gas tank or do I, do something else for my family? Those are hard choices to make.
You're exactly right. That's coach on the street. I do that every once in a while, going out and interviewing people just around the Capitol, just everyday people. They don't know who I am. And my phone has ring off the wall with people calling our office saying, you have to do something about these prices. And unfortunately, the Democrats try to do everything to run the price up, to say, hey, we're going to get on all electricity. That's not going to work because it takes gas and oil to make electricity. It's very confusing here in Washington, D.C. when you've got a president that's trying to do things the hard way when we can do it the easy way. There's no plan from the Biden administration. The plan is just to totally drop fossil fuels, and it can't work. It's not going to happen, and sooner or later they're going to realize it or they're going to get run out of office.
Let me ask you a question, and that kind of it leads to what I was thinking. These were all ideas that were floated. The Billionaires tax by Elizabeth Warren, it was shot down. A 28% corporate tax rate has been shot down. Why do they keep coming back with the same ideas?
You could take all the money from all the billionaires in the country and it wouldn't pay but about 2 days' work up here in Washington, D.C. because it'd already be gone. You can't keep doing this. You got to understand that the taxes that people pay are something that, number one, that they're very proud of, but they can only pay so much. It's the spending. We got to cut back on the spending. As you heard earlier, this budget in 10 years will run our deficit up to $45 trillion. And the American taxpayers have had it. have absolutely had it. We can't spend this kind of money. We've got to find a way to make it easier on the taxpayer, get people back to work, get big government out of our lives, but they are a party of big government. The Democrats think they have control, and they're going to do everything they possibly can to raise prices, have big social programs, and show us that they're in charge. And but only for
You're
a short
right.
period
You
of time.
can't tax people to death. You've got to incentivize them so they get out there and can live the American dream. But it feels like that dream is being eroded. Senator, wonderful to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.